That's awkward. Should be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish we'd videotaped the other two. I didn't know.
We're going to let you eat in a minute. Just a little more to say, but we're going to be brief. First of all, let's start by thanking two people who made this night possible. Adam and Tamara Herberg. Let's give them all a big round. You guys helped Jeff and Karen make their dream real, so good job. We have a couple. So we're Jeff's older brothers. I'm Peter. This is Dan. We feel an obligation to say a few embarrassing things about Jeff. First of all, before we start, I have to say, Jeff asked us to wear black suits and black ties tonight. And I thought about it, and I almost suggested to him that to be a little different, he should wear red shoes. I'm glad I didn't do that. That would have been embarrassing. Oh, I didn't know that.
That is funny.
So, embarrassing stories. So, we're Jeff's older brothers. I think one of the first stories about Jeff that we can recall was when he was a little kid. I don't know how old he was, but we were all in the car, we were driving somewhere, and next to us, in the lane next to us, was one of those cars pulling horses in the little thing. And Jeff was a little kid and looked over and he saw the heads of the horses sticking out. And he said, "Mom, those horses, they must really have to run fast to keep up with us." And I thought, all right, we got a smart one here.
Poor Jeff.
That was just the beginning. Dan will tell you what.
Oh no.
I need notes, there's a lot to keep track of.
When I heard that Karen and Jeff were planning to have their wedding at an abandoned building, I was a little concerned because in the early 80s when our family took a trip to New York, Jeff was a very eager child, probably 6 years old, something like that, and he loved to press the buttons in the elevators. So one day in New York, we've done the tourist thing, come back after a hard day of doing whatever tourists do, and Jeff runs ahead to press the elevator button, and then runs into the elevator, and the doors close, with the rest of us standing outside. I think it must have been the Holiday Inn in New York or something like that. And for floors above us, we hear this scream of this child who's stuck on the elevator. So I was very concerned that that might happen on the way up to the wedding. So it was very happy news when we arrived and Jeff was already here. And I warned you, Karen, into the future, just you handle the elevator. Which brings us a few years forward to our trip to Europe, the great Muller adventure to Europe. There's a lot of stories that come out of that, but the best one is, I think it was in Zurich, and we were in this bed and breakfast, and staying in this hotel room. And for some reason, they had this emergency screen that you could pull if you got into trouble in the bathtub. I don't know how many people get into trouble in the bathtub. Apparently, that was because we're all, I don't know, doing whatever you do after a day in Zurich. Jeff's in the bath. And suddenly we get a call from the switchboard, wondering if somebody's having a problem. Sorry for my voice. I was going to sing tonight. Thank you for taking care of that. Anyway, the switchboard calls in this random hotel in Zurich, and they're concerned that somebody's having an issue. Well, Jeff's the only one in the bathtub, probably 10, maybe. So we go in, and there's a string that you can pull that's swinging with soap suds on it. He's asked if he pulled the string. Absolutely not. So Karen, don't leave him alone in the bathroom. All right, the final story for me, flash forwards a few years. to when Jeff got his first big break in acting. Some of you may have seen the Donna ad.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
I think the first
Oh, Donna.
The first time we saw it, I think, was the opening of the Barcelona Olympics. No, I forget what Olympics it was. But anyway, opening ceremonies, we watch it. Jeff did a great job in that ad. And the one lesson that I took out of that is he never carries enough money to pay for his own tattoos. So Karen, make sure he has enough money to pay for his tattoos. Now, those are the only 3 stories that I can think of, so I'll hand it back to you.
No, no, no. No.
All right, so as many of you may know, Jeff, we all went to the same high school. When Jeff got to high school, in high school there are many things that you can choose to do as extracurricular activities. Jeff chose to be a cheerleader. At an all-guys school.
That is bad.
The only thing I have to say about that is, there's a lot that I could say, but the only thing I'm going to say about that is, Adam, I bet you never thought your daughter was going to marry a cheerleader.
Oh my. It's okay, don't worry about it. You're right in it. Like, it's great.
So, another thing that some of you may know, Jeff, when he was a kid, one of the first indications we got about his eventual career choice was the passion he showed for certain television shows and television characters.
Oh well.
Punch on Chips was... I don't know how old Jeff was, but when the theme song for Chips would come on, Jeffrey would have his pillow, his favorite pillow, and he would flop around on the floor in some ridiculous way to the theme song of Chips. He was so excited for Chips. And the other show that he really liked was, I don't even know if he liked the show Emergency, but he liked the character Johnny the Fireman. That was like, he was really into Johnny the Fireman. Emergency, remember that? He watched it all the time, he loved it. I think he probably saw almost every episode. I think the one episode he must have missed, however. We just realized this today, this week. The one episode he missed was the episode where Johnny, the fireman, had to shut down a wedding because they didn't have a fire permit. I learned a lot from TV.